This is Coach Baker back at Bridgeport Rod and Gun Club in Bridgeport, New York, home of Bridgeport Badgers. Helping me today is Coach O'Connor.
How's it going?
Today we're going to talk about the fundamentals of shooting. So everything you do up on the line. So when it's your turn, you're going to take your round. The brass part always goes up towards where the primer is. The firing pin hits the primer and magic happens. So when it's your turn, the ammo goes in. I'm taking this out for the all purposes of the video. You close your action on a brake barrel, that's how that works. On a pump, you would slide the action forward. On a semi-automatic, you would hit the release button and your action shuts. So you're going to shoulder. Shouldering consists of what we just talked about. The next step is the shoulder, which you take your butt pad and you put it to your shoulder. Your shoulder has soft meat here, a hard bony ball. You want to put it on the bony ball, but just inside the meat a little bit. There's a little hole for it to sit in, but it has to be on the bone. So shouldering looks like this. Ammo in. So every time you're going to do the same thing. You have to make a habit of it. You put everything in the same order. Put your gun in the same spot in your shoulder every time. The next step is aiming. Aiming consists of lining up your mid bead with your end bead. Colors do not matter. Every gun's a little different. Generally, your end bead is bigger than your mid bead. That is so you can see your end bead over your middle bead. What it needs to happen, they need to line up perfectly, and that is aiming of the gun. You are only going to aim your shotgun for a split second, and that is just to double check that your eye, your head, and your shoulders are all in the right spot. You never aim a shotgun, you always point a shotgun. Your muscle memory of hand-eye coordination, as long as when you shoulder it, your cheek is on the cheek rest and you are lined up with your sights, that is the only time you're ever gonna pay attention to it. The rest of it is all muscle memory and hand-eye coordination. So what it's gonna look like is ammo in, shut my action, shoulder, and now I am aiming. I'm bringing my cheek to the cheek pad, lining up my two dots where they're supposed to be. The next step is, after you have looked down your barrel and lined up your beads, is your hold point. Where you're going to be holding your shotgun per station is a little different, but where you're holding your shotgun as you are waiting for the bird to be thrown. So station 1, you're going to hold just off the left side of the trap house, between the left corner of the trap house and the height stake that's out in the field. Station number 2, you're going to hold roughly halfway between the left edge and the center of the trap house. So halfway between the left edge and the center of the trap house for station 2.
Yep.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You know my countdown.
3, 2, 1.
So station 3, you want to hold center of the house, which is halfway between the left side and the right side. Dead center for station number 3. Station 4, halfway between the center of the house and the right side of the house. So halfway between the center and the right side of the house, which is complete opposite of station number 2. This is station number 4, so halfway between center and the right side. Station 5 is complete opposite of station 1, so between the right side of the house and the height post that's out in the field. So station 5, just off the right side of the house. So focal points. We just talked about hold points. We're going to talk about focal points. If you can see out there in the trap field, there's a cone. So you want to hold your eyes out there where the cone is. So we are at station 3. So we're dead center of the house. So we are going to be dead center of the house, and then your eyes and your barrel need to be just above it in that dark line in the debris field. And as you move from station to station, we are in station 2. So your hold point is this one here in the middle. You want to be up even with that cone in height. So you want to be up here somewhere. And then when you go to station number 1, or start at station number 1, it depends on where you're starting, you're going to be somewhere in here. That is so your eyes and your barrel is already ahead of it, and it will come into your line of view. So now we're on to calling for a bird. So when we are ready, we literally call for a bird, which is pull or bird. The next step is leading. You always have to be ahead of the bird. We'll get into that a little bit more here in a minute. You have to be ahead of the bird. So if the bird's going left, you have to be just to the left of it. It's going right, you got to be to the right of it. It's going straight, you got to be ahead of the flight just a little bit. So the next thing is when you're leading and you're happy, you are ready to pull the trigger, you're ready for the clay to die. When you pull the trigger is meant to be pulled gentle, consistent, never yank, because yanking will cause your gun to move out of control a little bit. Whether you're on a rifle range, a pistol range, or a trap field, it is just a nice, smooth, gentle pull. And after you pulled, you are not done. There is still one more step, which is a follow through. So if you have a left bird and you call for bird, you go bird, and you're going like this, you pull the trigger, and when you're done, you have to keep chasing that pattern just for a second. That is called follow through. That keeps your swing consistent. It keeps you so when you are ready to pull the trigger, you don't stop and pull the trigger. You just make one fluid motion of leading the bird, pulling the trigger, and following through or finishing your swing. No different than golf or baseball. Everybody always finishes their swing through. So this is a clay pigeon. It's made out of biodegradable clay. This is what we're shooting at. Roughly 4.5 inches in diameter. So we're going to talk about leading. So this is in a flight of 42 to 45 miles an hour. Certain distance. It will go, we talked about earlier, roughly 90 degrees off the house or 45 degrees from center. Leading. The bird is in flight. You have to, no matter if it's left, straight, right, you have to be ahead of it. You have to think about the flight of the bird and be ahead of it. You have this going a certain speed, your shot's at roughly 1,200 feet per second. There's going to be a delay from when you say bang or pull the trigger, that if you were aiming right at it, this is moving, if you aimed right at it, it'd miss every time. So as it is flying, your shot has to be just above it. As the bird's going up, the flight pattern is up and to the left currently, so you have to be up and to the left. If it is straight, you have to be straight and ahead of it or above it. For some reason, you waited too long and the bird loses all of its momentum and it is falling down, you have to be down below it. So we're going to talk about stations. We have 5 stations we talked about earlier. Post 1, Post 2, Post 3, Post 4, and Post 5. So no matter what post you start at, you always move from left to right in the field when it is time to change. So at each station you shoot 5 rounds. And it starts with post number 1 starts. They shoot around Post 2 shoots 1 round. Post 3 shoots 1 round. Post 4 shoots 1 round. Post 5 shoots 1 round. Now it's back to post 1. They shoot 1 round to another round, until everybody has shot 5 rounds. So we're on round number 5 on post number 5. Everybody moves to the right. Well, post 1 goes to post 2. Post 2 goes to post 3. Post 3 goes to post 4. Post 5 goes to point. Oh no, no more. So, post 5, he goes, turns around 180 degrees, opposite of all the other shooters, and he walks all the way back to post 1. And at post 1, when he's there and he's happy and he's ready, the guy who started post 1 starts shooting again. That is what we'll call post 1. The original post 1 is the master of the field. He's going to control the tempo of how fast you shoot after you've rotated. Basically, everybody's going to look at him and give him, yup, I'm ready after you rotated. So then you're going to go to post 3, post 4, post 5. So everybody shoots in every post 5 times. 5 rounds is 25 rounds.